turn. So I hope you slept well, and I do hope you had a very good night rest. So here we are with another question. And this question is uh, on modular arithmetic. So here we have modular arithmetic. The modular arithmetic is an arithmetic that goes in vicious circle, and arithmetic that goes in a circle. So in modular arithmetic, something is very striking. One striking thing we need to understand in modular arithmetic is that we have to write the remainders. The remainder is the answer. Okay. So after dividing by whatever the mode is, this is modular 8, okay, or modulus 8. So when we divide by the modulus, whatever is left behind is the answer to this type of question. So it doesn't matter whether it's 1 million, whether it's 2 million, whether it's 3 million. Okay, so this is how to answer these questions. Right here, we are giving x to be 3. Okay, we are giving x to be 3 and y to be 2, and we have to evaluate 4x plus 3y. So this is a substitution type of modular arithmetic. So we are going to substitute the value for x and the value for y here, then simplify it or evaluate it. After evaluating it, then we divide by mode 8, and whatever is left behind or as the remainder is the answer to the question. So let's begin. Let the game start. Thank you and welcome to AZ Science TV, and I hope you had a very good night rest. Good morning, mathematics is the theme for the show every morning. So let's begin. Here we have 4x plus 3y. We are already giving x to be 3 and y to be 2. So we are going to replace it. Remember, our mode is mode 8. Don't forget, our mode is mode 8. So we are going to continue to evaluate. So when we substitute for x is 3 right here. So we are going to write 3 here in place of x because our x is 3, and okay, then plus 3 here. Remember, the 3 is right here in the expression. Y is 2, so we are going to bring 2 here in place of y. So we have a y to be 2 here. So obviously we have been able to substitute, right? We have been able to substitute. Then we'll go ahead and keep evaluating. 4 times 3 is 12. Then 3 times 2 is 6. And this puts together by summation. Add these two together, which is plus. We are going to get 18. 12 plus 6 is 18. So this is not the answer. We have to write the answer in mode 8. This is the answer in normal mode, but in mode 8, we are going to divide by 8, and whatever is left behind is the answer. So when we divide by 8, we are going to get 8 will go into these 2 times, and that will give us 16. Then we'll be left with 16, 17, 18. We'll be left with 2. So the answer is 2, then bracket mode 8. So this is the remainder. Okay, so to get the mode, to get the answer in the mode given, divide by the mode, divide your answer by the mode and write the remainder. So when 8 is used to divide 18, when 18 is divided by 8, we will be left with 2 as the remainder. Okay, 8 will go into 18 2 times, and we'll be left with 2 as the remainder. So the remainder is the answer in mode. I hope that is quite understood. So that is the answer to this particular question. Welcome to AZ Science TV. You are live here on AZ Science TV, and the title for the morning show is Good Morning Mathematics. And The topic today before us is modular arithmetic. For students that will be going to school this morning, I hope you had a good night's rest. Please, I want you to take this as a motivation as you go to school. That is why we come here every morning to solve some mathematical problems. Okay, modular arithmetic is a mathematics that goes in a circle. Okay, it doesn't matter the size of the number. It can be 1 million, it can be 3 million, it can be 40,000, it can be any number. Okay, so as long as it goes through a circle, it will come to rest at a point, and that is modulus. Okay, so here 18 has the answer as 2, okay, in mode 8. All right, so it doesn't matter the size of the number, it will always end up in a mode. Now, what are we talking about here? We are to explain the meaning of modular arithmetic. So it's a circular mathematics. So here we are giving these values. We are just to substitute here. What we'll do is to put in the values for x, which is 3 here, and put in the value of y, which is 2 right here. So when we do that, we are going to have 4x plus 3y. In this case, 3 and the x have been replaced by 3, while the y here has been replaced by 2. Okay, and when we evaluate 4 times 3, we get 12, plus 3 times 2, we get 6 as an answer. So when we add up these two, sum it up, we get 18. But 18 is not the final answer because the mode we are dealing with is 8. So we have to use this mode to divide 18. So when we divide 18 by 8, which is the mode, then we get 2. So to get the answer, 18 divide by 8, okay, and write the remainder. And write down the remainder. Write down the remainder. Now, when you write down the remainder becomes the answer. It is not the number of times it goes into 18, but the remainder, what remains after division, that is the answer. All right, so this is the answer to this question. Thank you very much for watching. Now let me quickly go over it again. What I said here is that we are giving x and y, the values of which are 3 and 2 respectively. Now we are to come here and substitute into the expression 4 times 3, because x is 3 right here, plus 3 times y. So here it becomes 3 times 2, because the value of y is 2 here. Then we multiply, okay, multiply each of them and sum them up, we get 18. Then to get the answer in the given mode, we have to divide by the mode. This is mode 8, so we have to divide by 8 and write down the remainder. The remainder is now the answer in the mode given to us. So that is the answer. Thank you very much for watching. This is the first question for this morning. We are going to take the second question right away. We're not going to waste time, so we'll take the second question. Thank you for watching. So this is the second question. Here we are told to find the value of 74 plus 34. This time is in mode 5. So it is still as simple as the first one. Here the values are given directly. We have to add these two together and divide by 5. Okay, so you divide by 5. After adding together, we divide by 5, and whatever we are left with as the remainder becomes the answer to this particular question. So let's not waste time. So here we have 74 plus 34 in mode 5. So here they are in mode 5. So to add up these two together, when we add up 74 and 34, okay, we add up 74 and 34, we are going to get 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8, and 3 plus 7 is 10 here. So that is 108. So we're going to get 108. Okay, 108. But 108 is not the answer to the question, right? 108 is not the answer, it's not the final answer to the question, because we are dealing with mode 5. So we have to divide this by 5 and write down the remainder as the mode. So divide by 5. Now, divide by 5. The number of times 5 divides this number is not important. What is more important is the remainder. So, by looking at this, the remainder is 3. Okay, don't worry, don't care about the number of times it goes. You know, when you take away 3 from 108, you have 105. So which means 105 ends with 5. 5 can divide the number because it ends with 5. So what will remain, okay, when you remove 105 is 3. So, and 5 cannot divide 3. So 3 is the remainder. So that is how simple this mathematics is. Okay. So for students that are finding this topic a little bit difficult or very difficult, please, it's a very simple mathematics. It is straightforward. Okay. It's not a difficult math. Please, if you want me to teach you, if you want me to coach you online, please, you can send me a message, okay, through the official channel, the official email of this channel. It's called azscience at gmail, azsciencetv@gmail.com. azsciencetv@gmail.com. Okay, please put it down. That is the official channel you can use to reach me. All right, this is quite very simple. In fact, this is the answer to the question, but this answer is in mode. It's in mode 5. So this is the answer in mode 5. All right, so this is the answer in mode 5. So it's 408, but it is 3 in mode 5. This is remainder. Okay, when 5 divides this, when 5 divides 108, the remainder is 3. So that is why the remainder is the answer in that mode that is given. All right, so welcome to AZ Science TV. All right, for those of us that are joining, thank you very much. Please, if you have not subscribed and you're just joining for the first time, please do it to subscribe so as you can set a motivation for me. Your subscription is going to be a motivation for me too, and you will keep deriving quality value from AZ Science TV. Okay, in this channel, we are committed to live stream and to making mathematics easy, enjoyable, fun, right? To every student and teachers who want to link us to their students, please do well to keep sharing our videos with your students. I can assure you that they will have a swell and wonderful time with AZ Science TV. So thank you for joining me and for watching. And for those of you that are already subscribing, thank you very much. And my subscribers, I salute you with a great courage, because I know that your motivation, your courage right here by joining me every morning is the reason why I'm still standing strong. So AZ Science TV is committed to making mathematics easier, enjoyable, and understandable. So please, let's move on. Now, let me go back and re-explain what I've said before. Here, I said we are giving the value, this value, okay, in mode 5. We have to add up these two numbers in mode 5, right? So how do we achieve this? It's quite very easy and straightforward. These two numbers, when added up, will give us 108. But this is not the actual answer. To get the actual answer, we look at the mode. The mode is 5. So to get the answer in mode 5, we divide by 5. Okay, it doesn't matter the number of times 5 divides this number. What's more important is that we write the remainder as the answer. Okay, so this is the answer. When 5 divides 108, 3 will remain, and 5 cannot divide 3, so that's why 3 is the answer. So that is how to solve a simple problem like this in modular arithmetic. So thank you very much for watching. Now we go to the next question. So we have this question here. We are to evaluate in mode 7, 23 times 54. So that is what we have to evaluate right now. Now, how do we go about it? It's still very easy, okay? It's a straightforward mathematics. This is modular arithmetic 1. I will come back and handle the other one by the close of today, okay? Please do well to join me in the evening. I'm going to make another live stream on the part 2 of this topic, where we'll be solving equations involving modular arithmetic, okay? So now we are to evaluate 23 times 54 in mode 7. So we are going to multiply, okay? So this is 23 times 54 in mode 7. So this is mode 7. So what we do is to multiply these two. So we have 23 here, then multiplied by 54. Okay, like this, just like our usual way of multiplying. All right, that's what we're going to do. 4 times 3 is 12. So we're going to write 2 and take 1 to this other side. And 4 times 2 is 8, plus this one, we have our 9 situated here. Then 5 times 3 is 15. We are going to write 5 here and take 1 to this side, put it here, right? So, okay, we'll take 1 and put it here, all right? So let's keep the 1 first. Then that's 5 times 3, which is 15. So remember, we have 1 left. Then 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 2 is 10, right? Plus that one is 11, right? Is 11. So we are going to have 11, which is 1 and 1. So we are going to bring down by addition. So here is multiplication. So we have 5 plus 9. 5 plus 9 is 14. So write 4, carry 1, put it here, becomes 2. And here we have 1. This is what we have. What it means is that 23 times 54 is equals to 1,242. 1,242. Now, this is not the final answer to this question. The final answer is gotten by using 7 to divide this number. How do we go about it? It's very easy. We are going to use short division method. Okay, here we have 12. So we are going to divide by 7. Okay, divide by 7 and write the remainder. But let's divide by 7 first. 7 into 12 is ones. It will go 1, okay? So we write 1. 7 into 12 we give us what? 1. Remember what? We'll be left with 10. 7 into 12, we'll be left with 5. All right? We'll be left with 5 here. When 7 goes into 12, we have 12, and that is 12 minus 7. All right? We give us 5 left. Right? So we write down the 5. 5 is left. So since we have 5 left here, we bring this 4 to that 5. We now have 54. 7 into 54. We know that 7 times 7 is what? 7 times 7 is 49. So, and this is 54. So 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So that is 5, which means we are still left with 5. Okay, when it goes 7 times, we are left with 5. Okay, they'll bring down the 5. Then, since we have used this 4, we bring this 2 here again. Then, same thing applies here. 7 into 52. Remember, 7 times 7 is 49. So we bring out 7 again here, right? Bring down 7 here. That's 177. Then we have 49, 50, 51, 52. We are left with 3, right? Yes, we are left with 3. So it means that the remainder is 3. So we have remainder 3. Right? That's what it means. Means that we will divide by 7. We'll divide this number by 7 to go 177 times, remainder 3. So what it means is that 23 times 54 will give us 3 in mode 7. So this is the answer to the solution. This is the solution rather, sorry. This is the solution to the question. It implies that when we divided this answer here by 7, we got 3 as the remainder. Okay, we got 177 and we got 3. So this is not the answer. Okay, this is not the answer. This is the answer. The remainder is the answer. Please always divide by the given modulus, then write out what remains, and that becomes the answer. So thank you very much for being with me this morning, for joining me to say good morning mathematics, which is the theme for our early morning mathematics show. Okay, we call it good morning mathematics. Please always wake up mathematically and be mathematically ready for your day, so that when you go out there, you become mathematically accountable and do whatever you are doing mathematically. Please, as you go out there, stay safe and ensure that you don't make troubles, and let's stay away from drugs and any form of negativities, so that we can live peacefully with one another. So thank you very much for being with me on AZ Science TV. I wish you all the best for the day, but I think we understood everything we have done here. Please, if you do not understand, you can reach me through azsciencetv@gmail.com. That is our official channel, and I can assure you that you are going to be responded to as quickly as possible. Please make sure you reach me so that we can all put hands together to solve difficult questions. So thank you very much for being here. For now, I'm wishing you the best of the rest of the day. Goodbye.